Hello everyone. In this video I will show you how and why you should use Visual Studio Code for your regular day development using any framework or platform that you are currently using in your teams or your personal projects. If you don't know what Visual Studio Code is, primarily Visual Studio Code is an IDE provided by Microsoft free of cost, and it is a truly extensible IDE that you can power up with any of the framework or extensions that you use or your team uses. It is a very lightweight IDE provided, and you can run it on any platform that you use such as Microsoft Windows, Linux or Mac OS. Although developed and distributed by Microsoft, Visual Studio Code and Visual Studio have some very basic differences in them. Visual Studio is a proprietary software provided by Microsoft for teams, whereas Visual Studio Code is a free of cost software provided by Microsoft for individuals or teams. Visual Studio Community Edition was released as a free IDE edition by Microsoft a few years ago. However, there are some restrictions applied to Visual Studio Community Edition that you should look into. And as already mentioned, Visual Studio is a Windows-only product, whereas Visual Studio Code is a cross-platform and open-source product, so you can run it on Linux as well as Mac OS or any other Linux distribution such as Ubuntu. And both of these IDEs have a great marketplace where you can download or even publish your own extensions for others to try out. So now let's go ahead and have a look at how we can get Visual Studio Code and how we can install it. Similar to what we did with Visual Studio installation, we can simply just go ahead and search for Visual Studio Code on either Google or Bing or any other search engine, and you will be provided with a URL from where you can download it. Look for the code.visualstudio.com. The website for Visual Studio Code was developed to include all of the documentation, updates, or some very featured extensions such as the C# language extension, so you can surely go ahead and check them out. Now, if you are using a Debian based Linux distribution such as Ubuntu or Linux Mint, you will be downloading Visual Studio Code from this one. However, for Red Hat or Fedora or other similar RPM based distributions, you will be downloading Visual Studio Code from this one. But we are not interested in downloading it from either ones. What we will do is we will simply download the tarpol files for Linux. The rest of the process is similar to downloading any other file from the internet. You can simply save it to your downloads directory. Once you have downloaded the archive, you can simply extract the content in any of the directory. I will extract the content in the similar directory that I am currently in. And this extracted folder contains all of the binaries and the content such as the resources or binary executable files for the Visual Studio Code. You can see that it's really a very lightweight IDE. And this code named executable file is what our IDE primarily is. If we open up our terminal and execute this particular file, you will see that our IDE will pop up. And that is the default page which opens when we first of all run Visual Studio Code. However, we do not want to come to this particular folder and then click on code or execute the command from the terminal. We want to be able to execute the similar command from any directory that we are currently in the entire file system. So what we will do is we will create a symlink in the binary directory for the particular user, or we would add that path in the environment variables. To do so, we write ln-s and the path where the file currently exists and the path where our file will be. And of course, the command needs to be executed from a super user account. So I will execute it as a sudo, enter the password, and you can see that the code executable now appears under the bin directory. And notice that if we execute the code command, it will open the Visual Studio Code editor for us with VS Code Linux x64 as the main default directory for our project. So this was it for this video. In the next videos, we will see how we can use Visual Studio Code for programming in other languages such as C++, Java, or C#. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.